Well, it's official, I'm slowly losing my sanity. Which is great, because today we'll answer the question, which Elder Scrolls game has the best feet? You see, Todd, this is what happens when you don't release Elder Scrolls 6. Just do it, motherfucker, you know we're all gonna make fun of it anyway. We just want the new sex mods for Talos' sake. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, feet. A refined fetish for the classy degenerate. As for the Elder Scrolls games, they are renowned for their freedom and world building while allowing us to customize our characters however we want. Unfortunately for them, and you maybe, I won't be equipping any boots this time, so we can all fully appreciate them juicy piggies. But enough talk. It's time to go through almost every Elder Scrolls title out there and get those damn feet pics already. I'm sorry, Dad. You know, back in the day, Bethesda's devs were a bunch of gooners. How do I know this? Just look at the first title's box art, featuring a scantily clad female warrior front and center. And what about the intro sequence, featuring an entire unclothed butt and a naked dude transforming into a demon or something? Surely there must be lots of bare feet as well, right? Well, I'm sorry to inform you that Arena barely has any naked feet whatsoever. Only a few town NPCs are missing their shoes, specifically the street peddler, the snake charmer, and the mistresses. The mistresses are promising, after all, they look the most enticing, and we all know what their profession entails. But look at their sprites, the resolution is atrocious. Yes, it's a DOS game, so my expectations weren't very high, but still, these are not feet, they are just a bunch of pink pixels masquerading as such. I had one last hope, the player sprite itself. But once again, Arena crushed my hopes more painfully than Berserk ever could. The player sprite is always wearing a default set of clothes, even if you have nothing equipped. And they even have shoes on? This is ridiculous! How am I supposed to enjoy some beautifully pixelated feet if they're covered from the get-go? For that reason, Arena is an absolute disgrace of a game. I don't care that it was a revolutionary RPG featuring a huge open world with NPCs and side quests, as well as the unique freedom to customize your character however you want it. No feet, no play. It's that simple. Let's move on to Daggerfall, the sequel that improved pretty much everything. It has one of the biggest open worlds in video game history, randomized quests and dungeons, and an infinite number of role-playing opportunities and possibilities. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but what about them scrumptious grippers? Well, for starters, your character can actually get naked here, which is perfect for gooning, since bras weren't a thing in the third era. And yes, you can finally see the player's feet in the inventory screen as well, if you have no boots equipped. Get those shitty breasts out of here, we're gentlemen first and foremost. Unfortunately though, the player sprite is pretty much the same across all races, with some minor changes to reflect each race's skin color. Did you know that this is the game where the Khajiit are just humans with tails and weird face markings? Deepest lore. As for the feet, they're alright I suppose. The resolution and the graphics are much better compared to Arena, so as far as pixel graphics go, Daggerfall has some good feet. Nothing too detailed, but I appreciate the effort put into shading and making each toe distinct. You'll barely ever find an NPC that doesn't wear shoes or boots or armor or whatever, but you can always enjoy the comforting sight of your character's beautiful feet. Good job, Daggerfall! Before I move on to the big free entries, I sadly have to talk about the spin-offs first. They are certainly the Elder Scrolls games of all time. But I'm not here to discuss their quality, I'm here for the feet, baby. First up, we have Battlespire, an attempt at creating a linear action dungeon crawling experience with interactive dialogue segments that failed spectacularly. However, it still managed to maintain some of the more important elements from Daggerfall, mainly the character development system and the naked player models. Yep, everyone has an amazing chest in this game, but their feet, that's a completely different story, full of pain and sadness. Just look at the sprite used for the female characters. Her pose completely obscures her feet. Is this some kind of cruel joke, Todd? How could you do this to us, man? The only way you're getting feet in this game is if you choose to play as a male character. I wouldn't recommend it though, because his feet are disgusting. Look at them, the toes look like tiny tumors and there are even huge veins going through them. By Azura, I think I'm gonna be sick. As for the monsters, most of them wear boots or have weird hooves and claws, but there are a few female creatures that actually have proper bare feet. They're called seducers. Gee, I wonder why. They are the best source of feet pics in Battlespire, but even so, you won't be able to fully appreciate them, because their sprite resolution is so low that their feet just look like shapeless skin-colored piles of dough. All in all, Battlespire is a travesty in the feet department and should be ignored by everyone. Next up we have Redcard. It was an attempt at creating an action-adventure title featuring platforming, puzzle solving, and engaging combat. Fuck this game, that's all I have to say for this one. Seriously though, every humanoid character in this stupid bootleg-ass Tomb Raider / Prince of Persia clone wears boots. The goblins wear boots, the ogres wear boots, even the fucking skeletons wear boots. Why the hell would a skeleton need to wear boots? Do their bones get silly? This is bullshit. There is one creature though whose feet are its prominent feature. Cyrus, the main protagonist, transformed into a gremlin. Here's a picture from the unofficial Elder Scrolls wiki. Do I even need to say anything more? Words cannot describe the magnificence of this beautiful existence. The magnificent ugliness, to be more specific. I'm seriously starting to reconsider my life's choices, even more so than before. Oh well, Redcard was a complete bust. But what about the Elder Scrolls Travel series? You know, the series of spin-off games that were made specifically for old-school Java phones and the Nokia N-Gage. Are you fucking kidding me right now? These games barely have any graphics and you expect them to have feet? No. The time has come to move on to the big three, the ones we've all been waiting for. Some say Morrowind is the best Elder Scrolls title out there, and I can definitely see why. A fully 3D world, beautiful art style, amazing lore and characters, and the freedom to go anywhere and do anything you want. It's also the first and only title that treated beast races as actual beasts, preventing them from wearing helmets and boots. Yeah, sure, Khajiit and Argonians have weird fucked up kangaroo feet and everyone walks like they just shot themselves, but maybe the humanoid races fare better in the feet department. After all, the game starts you off next to a barefoot Dunmer, Saint Jupe, the divine exterminator of cliff racers. This certainly bodes well, but first I wanna talk about Morrowind's take on anatomy, because it's even weirder than the faces they made for each race. Every character has ridiculously long legs, to the point where even Bayonetta would be jealous. I don't know if it was an intentional stylistic choice, or if Bethesda's modelers and artists are aliens from planet Globlor, but it's bizarre. Unfortunately, the feet are just as bizarre as well. Technically, they look fine, with no weird bulging or veins ruining them, but why are the toes so elongated? It's creeping me out! Other than that, Morrowind has okay feet, especially for the graphical standards of the time. Yes, they may appear unusual, but I believe they complement the game's eccentric art style. A solid effort for Bethesda's first true outing into the 3D world. Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls experience, so it will always have a special place in my heart. Yeah, people love making fun of it because of its ridiculous faces and the meme-worthy voice acting, but there is so much more to it. Cyrodiil is a beautiful place, the quests are the best this series ever had, and there were some genuine attempts at making an involved combat system, as well as more streamlined character development mechanics. Just don't mention level scaling, my day is already ruined enough as is. Anyway, Oblivion's graphics have aged quite well in my opinion. Yes, everyone's face looks like a potato, but look at their bodies. The male characters are shredded, and the female ones look like top-tier models. Talk about unrealistic body standards, huh? And their feet, oh my goodness, the feet. They are the best in this series hands down. Beautifully modeled, no weird proportions, they are just divine. The fact that everyone's skin has no imperfections may be off-putting to some who crave realism, but not me, I love it. After spending so much time looking at mediocre or downright hideous excuses for Tutsis, I feel like I finally reached the end of my journey. Oblivion has amazing feet, which look perfectly fine without any mods from the start. I'll admit my expectations were low because of the faces, but the game managed to shatter them in the best way possible. Thank you, Oblivion, my beloved. But wait, there's also Skyrim. I understand if you forgot, it was Bethesda's least popular game, so unpopular in fact that they released it only once, and there were no special editions or upgrades whatsoever. Okay, bullshit aside, Skyrim was the ultimate open-world RPG back then, and it still remains relevant to this day, thanks to its huge modding community and the countless re-releases Bethesda keeps seeding out. In my opinion, it struck the perfect balance between immersion, role-playing mechanics, and combat. But maybe I'm just another casual. The graphics have definitely improved though, despite the muted colors and the drab landscapes. No more potato faces, and say hello to realistic looking bodies with decent proportions but still look lean as fuck. With such a massive graphical overhaul, Skyrim's feet must be the best ones yet. No, actually, they're absolutely atrocious. I can't even call them feet, they are just shoes with a flesh texture lazily slapped on. I don't understand, Oblivion was perfect, why is Skyrim such a disappointment? And the crazy thing is, some of the other creatures like the giants have fully fledged feet, with toe separation and everything. Okay, I guess we all now know what thinly disguised fetish Bethesda has. In any case though, Skyrim broke my heart. I love the game and have spent countless hours on it, modded and unmodded, but its feet are a clear indication that Bethesda was starting to get lazy even back then. I'm sorry Skyrim, but you have failed the feet test. And that's it, we're done with Elder Scrolls and its portrayal of feet. But what about Elder Scrolls Blades, Castles, and Online? Fuck them, I've never played them and probably never will. So I guess now is the time for a proper ranking. Oblivion wins first place, of course, for its lovely and accurate representation. Tigerfall comes second for its great pixel art. Morrowind wins third place for its uniquely styled feet and its solid effort for Bethesda's first truly 3D game. After that, we have Skyrim for its disgustingly lazy depiction of feet, then Battlespire for the ugly male feet full of bulges and veins, and then Redguard for its weird, fucked up gremlin feet. Last place goes to Arena for not having feet at all. I mainly focused on the humanoid characters to keep some semblance of sanity throughout this video, but if you disagree with my ranking, feel free to let me know, while also sharing pictures of your feet on my Discord server. Don't actually do that, I'm not that much of a degenerate, I'll probably just ban you, I'm not kidding. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to take a shower and wash away my immense shame. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stuff. You know how it goes. You can also support me on Patreon or become a channel member for early access to my videos and other perks. Have a great day, and until next time, take care and have fun.